This is a message from your guides reading for Human Angel. Okay, so I have 3 group crystals here, and then I have 2 crystals that I pulled specifically for your reading. So I'm going to use one of those now to surround us in protective space. So this is my lapis lazuli. So this is third eye and also throat chakra. It feels like you're standing your ground more so. There's definitely a feeling like you're getting better with setting boundaries, although I do feel like that's definitely hard for you to do. And I feel like that's something that would take kind of a lot of nerve for you to do, which it feels like it did. And it feels like it does. But it feels like it's something that you're getting better with, that you'll get more comfortable with as you just continue doing it. It feels like it's almost like something to practice at. Because your guides are saying that you've never really been very good at setting boundaries. They're like, for instance, your job and different things. So setting boundaries with others has always been kind of an issue. But they're saying that you're getting better at it. Part of the reason that it is so important to set boundaries is because with what you are getting rid of, the specific thought forms that you are getting rid of, it feels like, since they have to do with these past lives where you were attacked, for being your authentic self, for being seen, for being heard, and being criticized for that. It feels like that's especially part of the reason why it's so important to set boundaries and to almost be rewarded in the way of, even if something does happen a little bit, not that. So it's not as bad as it could be. And it's not as bad as it should be according to these thought forms that you have. And according to the way that it was before in a lot of different scenarios. So it feels very scary and threatening in this lifetime, even though it shouldn't be, even though those same significant reasons for why it would be there don't really apply to this one. And so then you can see that it's just a pattern to feel nervous or fearful or out of place when you're setting a boundary. But it's really something that's just part of who you are. As in, it's very natural for a human to do, and so it needs to feel that way. It needs to feel like something that's just part of everyday life, part of what you do. kind of even like something the council was saying to everybody in the group, with the group reading, when they were saying that this is something that is a really intrinsic part of your life, to set boundaries. It's something that we do all the time, pretty much every day. We either are giving into things or we're setting boundaries. It's like a huge part of our life, literally every day, even if it's a boundary with our own self. Like, even if it's like, I'm going to clean the house now, or whatever it is that I need to do, I'm going to do that thing, or I'm not going to eat that food that isn't good for me. You know, these are all boundaries that we're setting. So yeah, they're saying that boundaries is fundamental. It's really fundamental for your life. Okay, so I have my my Shadowkite here. This is the other one that I pulled for you. So this has to do with healing, specifically with earth energies. It's a very grounding stone. And it also has to do with all of the other psychic abilities. And then I have my group stones here. So all of these actually are throat chakra stones. And then my malachite here is throat and heart. So this has to do with transformation, grounding, psychic protection, clarity. It transforms whatever is negative into positive, but then at the same time, it's also a stone that amplifies. Well, it amplifies what's positive or negative, but I feel like in this case, I only want to say the positive. I feel like I'm supposed to be saying the positive. I feel like positivity is being amplified around you, even though it's happening slowly. Okay, and now they're specifically talking about what you were saying in your email about this place that you're going to. The thing is, when your spirit is traveling astrally, that's the reason that it's going somewhere, is to amplify itself, amplify its own energy, its mood, its creativity, its joy, harness its psychic abilities, in a way where it can come through more, it can impact you more, it can almost show you yourself more, you can see who you really are more in the physical. So naturally that would leak out to around you as well. And even just your reality's mood and your reality's attitude and the way it looks at things around you. So whether you realize it or not, you're starting to you're starting to, how do I say that? Be more aware of the positive aspects of your gifts. You've seen a lot of the kind of negative aspects where it's like you're just picking up on everybody and everything and don't know what to do with yourself or how to protect yourself with that, or just thought forms and different things nagging at you or whatever. But there are positive aspects to your gifts as well, obviously, and that's really what they're meant for. Even if they can be used in a negative way, still they're there for positive reasons. You're going to end up seeing that the most, no matter what you do and no matter what situation you are in, eventually. That's what you're going to end up seeing, because that's what you're going to be left with. The more clearing that you do, it's only the positivity that's going to end up remaining. And that's what you're going to end up left with. So it's like your spirit, your astral self is like filling you with this energy, and then it's kind of spilling out where you're seeing it around you in the physical as well. And that's what it's meant for. That's what it's there for. There's almost a feeling of you purposefully astral projecting, but I don't even think that they necessarily, I don't even think that they mean it that way. Because you're already doing that so intensely where you're able to see it and view it and everything. So I feel like what they're more meaning, actually, it feels more like you asking to be made even more aware of that. I feel like you can even burn like a candle, or it doesn't even have to be a candle, but I keep seeing purple. And purple is really good for the third eye, but especially the crown chakra. So things like astral traveling, detaching from the physical world, that's something that that's something that the crown chakra really oversees. So anything to enhance that specifically, that's also even why I have the Shadakite here. I know it's not purple, but it's good for things when it comes to the third eye and also the crown chakra as well. Okay, so that's all that they have to say for this reading. I'm going to go ahead and show you this last one, though. I don't know if I showed you my aura quartz. So this is about angel energies and healing with angel energies. So it has a lot of softer energies coming in. It's also a throat chakra stone, but it's specifically about healing. Okay, so that is all for this reading. Thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and answer this one other question that all of a sudden they're reminding me of. So this is the first question that you asked in your last email. You were talking about thought forms that almost, you know what the first question was. And you're wondering if it means you're releasing something or if you've slipped into... Okay, they're saying neither of those things. What it means is that you're not protecting yourself as well from various thought forms and energies. So it's just about psychic protection. They're saying that that's the reason that you're saying that this stops happening once you do this angel meditation that you're talking about. It just has to do with your aura is more sealed off. Even if it's thought forms that are attached to you specifically, you can still be more open to them, or you can protect yourself more and close off more to them. Even if they're thought forms that you created, it really doesn't matter where it's coming from. If they're sucking your energy, you can be more open to that no matter what it is or where it's from, or you can close off to it more. So that's also, they're pointing out the malachite. So the malachite is really good for psychic protection as well. So these group stones here, they always pertain literally to everyone in the group. They're always about everybody. Okay, so I think that is actually the end of the reading. Yes, it is. Okay, so thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I hope that this has benefited you, and I will see you next week. Namaste.